Sexual freedom is a natural human right that gives all of us the ability to express, define, and experience our own sexuality and make decisions regarding our bodies without fear of coercion, threat, or violence. Yet, it is only attainable when we have our sexual rights fulfilled. I'm going to pass the phone to someone who could teach you what sexual rights are relevant to sexual freedom.
Sexual freedom can only be truly realized when we acknowledge and reinforce the core tenets of sexual rights as universal human rights. At the heart of human rights is the principle of privacy. No one should be subjected to surveillance or scrutiny in matters of sexuality. This would be an infringement of basic human dignity. Central to human rights is also the right to health, encompassing both physical and psychological well-being. This involves access to accurate, comprehensive sexual education, which is not just about health, but also about empowering individuals to make informed choices that affect their lives. It's crucial to ensure that advancements in sexual health are accessible to all, thereby reflecting the broader human right to benefit from scientific progress. Now, I'm going to pass the phone to someone who knows what can happen when sexual rights are not respected.
There are many examples of how violations against sexual rights infringe on sexual freedom. Think about the hate campaigns against the LGBTQ+ community and the increasing number of anti-gay and anti-trans laws in the US, which violate rights to equality and non-discrimination, along with the rights to privacy, as Avinash mentioned. These laws violate personal dignity and freedom to choose how people experience pleasure and love. Anti-gay and anti-trans laws increase violence and stigma towards the LGBTQ community, which goes hand in hand with other human rights violations. Another example of how sexual freedom is affected when sexual rights are violated is the criminalization of sex work. Basta SESTA's stated goal was to stop human trafficking, but it primarily criminalized activities of sex workers online. Basta SESTA made the working conditions less safe for people who participate in sex work by reducing their access to harm reduction tools in online sex worker communities, which restricts their sexual freedom. I'm going to pass the phone to someone who understands how sexual rights are connected to sexual freedom.
Clearly, we cannot achieve sexual freedom without respecting, protecting, and fulfilling our sexual rights. As Akari pointed out, people all across the world are experiencing the repercussions of violations against their natural human rights. Reaching sexual freedom for all people, regardless of sexuality, race, and other identities, is the goal, but this is only possible if we advocate for sexual rights first.